We had to go out, she didn't tell about going out to the back house, which is a two-holer, you know, and we went out there.
Could you go into a little bit more detail on
No,
that?
Well, you had, always had paper of Sears and Roebuck catalogs.
No, what was that reference, a two-holer?
Well, you
Is
had
that a
two
bowling
holers.
ball?
Yeah, two holers so that you really could go at the same time without that.
Oh, okay.
For girls.
For girls, for
Oh,
girls.
the men's and women's room.
Yeah, not really, you've all used the same. But then, Betty's right about the Sears and Roebuck catalog. You didn't want the slick sheets in it. Paper. And as far as hot water, we had a little, coal stove in the basement, which you fired up, and heated the water every couple of days. So it was kind of lukewarm most of the time. I didn't have it as hard as your mother did.
Well, and there were two in their two boys in their family, and we had 8.
8 boys.
8, well, 5 boys and 3 girls. And my oldest sister was 12 years older than I, and my youngest sister was 6 years younger. And so I was among all those boys and had a hard life all my life. They'd be tired, they were
So what were your
always,
ages from? What were the ages from?
Aunt Joe was 12 years older than me, and then Jim was probably 11 years older, and Babe is 10 years older. Junie was 6 years older, and then Max, that died when he was 10, he was 2 years older than me. Tommy was 4 years younger, and Charlotte 6 years younger. I'll write that down.
I guess another thing probably enters into this same line. That my dad always had a hired man that lived in the house with us. He came to work on the first day of March, I can always remember that, and quit whenever the work got done in the fall.
Why did you have hired men back then but not now?
Because
It took a lot more
it took a lot more manpower. One man couldn't farm over 160. I mean, if each man had 160, they were considered all they could do. So they were kept busy.
John, check.
Grandma, how old were your parents when they got married?
35,
How long?
40.
Really?
No, they weren't.
How
They were
long?
in
30,
their
they weren't
30s.
40, but
They
they
were
were.
past 30.
They're
They're
so
absolutely.
mid-century.
No, we're done eating.
They
We're
were-
recording mom and dad.
Voicemail.
And
Talking about when they were young.
so the hired man
Got the
lived,
box.
he slept in one room upstairs, and Jim and I slept in the other room. And
John.
And in the fall, you had extra men besides the regular hired
Yeah.
man. Well, we didn't have regular hired men year round because we had so many boys. But,
oh, and that's the other thing, my dad didn't like horses, so he had very few
You're going in
horses.
now.
and my dad loved horses. And he would do anything to get a horse, and he traded horses all the time.
John.
Who traded
Oh, is it
horses all
Joan?
the time?
Pardon?
Who traded horses all the time? Your
Yeah,
parents?
he was,
He was a horse
Her
trader.
he was
dad.
a
He was
horse,
one of those Irish horse traders, you know?
well, he just liked horses.
Well, go ahead and, now where was that sale barn at? That he
Sale
go-
barn was in
Penfield.
Penfield.
That was my mother's brother, Cy Madigan, that had
And how often would he go down there?
every Saturday.
And would he come home a lot with different animals?
Yeah, and my mother hated it when he brought a goat home because goats were so ornery. They were always chewing up things. They'd chew clothes off the line.
What would you do with the goats?
I
They
didn't
would just
do
pet
that.
them and be nice to them.
Teased him.
They'd climb up on tops of
They never
buildings.
used them for any purpose? They didn't
I don't
butcher
know
them?
what he did with them. I think he took them back to Penfield after we had them a while, maybe.
Well,
sold them.
goats would clean up the yards.
Yeah, they were
They
like
would eat
sheep.
up the dry weeds. And we never had lawnmowers in those days,
Just goats.
just goats, no, we never had goats.
Who is it?